I've been photographing and filming the Agile Antechinus for over 5 years. I've also been writing a daily diary on their activities. Here are some of the pages of that diary, of a nesting box that I built for the Agile so that I could film them inside the nest. The 14th of the 8th, 2017. Back at 4 p.m. 10 degrees, cold wind. Overnight trail cam has revealed that an Agile female has taken interest in the nesting box. Looking good. Fingers crossed that she likes it enough to nest in. "5:50 p.m. An Agile female arrived, had some honey, then went up to nesting box. 1 minute later came back down to have some honey. Took some photos. Oh, it's Possum, the female I filmed last year bringing up her joeys. 7 p.m. It's bloody cold. I'm going home. The 20th of the 8th, 2017. Back at 5 p.m. 20 degrees, no wind. All Agile females still in communal nest number 2, 8 metres away from the nesting box. 6:20 p.m. Possum arrived, had some honey, then went up to nesting box. Then off hunting. Back again 15 minutes later. She went straight up to the nesting box. Then down to the base of the tree and grabbed a leaf. Back up to nesting box. 8 p.m. Time to go home. 25th of the 8th, 2017. Back at 5:30 p.m. 18 degrees, cold wind. 6:10 p.m. Possum arrived, looked in on nesting box and started bringing leaves up to strengthen the nest. Female still in communal nest number 2. 6:30 p.m. Tick arrived, a 3-year-old female from communal nest number 2. Possum spotted her, then chased her off. Very entertaining. I left at 7 p.m. The 12th of the 9th, 2017. Back at 2:30 p.m. 18 degrees, no wind. Trail cam revealed Possum bringing leaves into the nest. She spent 12 hours building the top of the nest, with only a few minutes rest. She must be keen to move in to the nesting box. All females still sharing communal nest number 2. 3 p.m. Possum chased Tick around the base of the nesting box. Quite entertaining. Possum then had some honey, then off hunting. 5:20 p.m. I'm going home. 28th of the 9th, 2017. Back at 3:20 p.m. 20 degrees, no wind. Possum is now sleeping in the nesting box. All females have left nest number 2 and moved to other areas, but Tick has made a nest nearby. Possum out of nest, 4:20 p.m. 5:30 p.m. No action, so it's time to go home. 1st of the 10th, 2017. 20 degrees, no wind, and it's warm. Possum is sleeping full time in nesting box. 4:20 p.m. Possum arrived. I took some photographs. I can see her joeys in the pouch. They're about 6 millimeters long. She's now off hunting. 5 p.m. Tick had some honey, then went up to nesting box, then left. 5:50 p.m. Possum not back from hunting. Time to go home. The 24th of the 10th, 2017. Back at 4:20 p.m. 20 degrees, raining off and on. 5 p.m. Quick visit from Tick, then she's off. 5:20 p.m. Bogle came for a visit. That's a native rat. 5:45. Possum out of nest. Showed me her joeys when she was scratching herself. Then the bogle came. Possum became very defensive and aggressive towards the bogle, but the bogle took no notice. Possum could not see her off, so she left off hunting. Bogle licked up all the honey, then came right up to my feet. 6 p.m. Time to go home. The 28th of the 10th, 2017. Back at 5 p.m. 20 degrees, cloudy. Possum has now left the joeys in the nest. 5:20 p.m. People walking through the park, kids screaming and scaring the Agiles. Using infrared mode on my camera. Possum and Tick arrive at the same time, and the chase was on. (7:40 p.m. Possum back in nest. 8:20 p.m. Bogle ran into my leg in the dark. It might be telling me to go home, so I am. 27th of the 11th, 2017. Back at 4:30 p.m. 25 degrees, cloudy. Trail cam showing that the joeys are coming out of the nest, exploring the nesting box. OMG. It's time to film them in the nesting box. 5:41 p.m. One joey out exploring. Camera on. How exciting it is tonight, filming the joey's second adventure out in the nesting box. 6 p.m. Possum back in nest. Mike is picking up the joeys, mobbing Possum for milk. 6:12 p.m. All's quiet in the nest. Time to go home. The 8th of the 12th, 2017. Back at 4:30 p.m. 18 degrees, cloudy. All 6 joeys out of nest, playing in the nesting box. With every outing, they're building up their muscles and improving their balance. Mike is now copping a beating and chewing from the joeys. After 5 minutes, back in the nest. The 12th of the 12th, 2017. Back at 7:20 p.m. 26 degrees, humid. Joey's looking out of nesting box. They have been taking a lot of interest in what's going on outside the nesting box. 7:30 p.m. One joey out, going down to the base of the tree, then back up into the nesting box, then out again, soon followed by another one. No possum tonight. She has been increasing the time that she spends away from the nest, so to encourage the joeys to explore the world outside of the nesting box. Hunger is one of the main drives that gives them the confidence to go out. 9 p.m. It's nearly my bedtime. Time to go home. The 6th of the 12th, 2017. Back at 5:15 p.m. 20 degrees, no clouds. Trail cam showing that the joeys slept on top of the nest, which is very odd. Camera on. No joeys in the nesting box. 2 at base of nesting tree. Came up to nesting box but did not go in. 6:13 p.m. Possum back. Went into nesting box, then down to nest. And sniffed the entrance of the nest. Then went out, then came back into nesting box. Then sniffed around the nest, then out. And did not come back. 5 minutes later, a rat popped out of the nest. OMG. I noticed that there was joey hair on the shelf at the top of the nesting box. It seems that the rat was after the joeys. Rat went back into nest. 9:45, time to go home. The next day I found the nest empty, no rat, no Agile. Trail cam showing possum visiting the nesting box once every 3 days. It looks like she's looking for the joeys. 21st of the 12th, 2017. Back at 6 p.m. 34 degrees. Hot. Damn hot. I arrived to find Possum and Tick had teamed up to make a new nest. One of Possum's female joeys is watching them bring up leaves to the new nesting site. There seems to be some urgency about getting the job done. 6:30 p.m. Thunderstorm coming. I made a shelter so I could film the event. Possum, Tick and Possum's joey and one of Tick's joeys are in the nest. 7:45. Heavy rain and lots of thunder and lightning. 8:30 p.m. Storm has gone. 9 p.m. Time to go home. And this is my final entry in my diary. Well, that was my last entry in my diary. There's no need for me to continue filming the Agile like I have been doing. I have their entire life cycle, their interaction with each other and other animals, and a ton more stuff. It's been an amazing adventure, and amazing to be able to study them in their environment. It's been fantastic. I will continue coming out into the forest. I don't think I'd be able to not come out here at all. I'd get the DTs. I enjoy the Agile's company. I enjoy watching their antics. It really does entertain me. And I still need to build a huge library of photographs. Action shots, they are so hard to get. They move at a phenomenal speed. And I'm using the 7D Mark II at the minute, and it's just not good enough. The focusing system's great, but it doesn't have the intelligence that I need to get these action shots. I'm working within a metre area. That's all I get with the Agile, and they move and bound like a possum at such a high speed to get an action shot. Yeah, it's almost impossible. So in the future, I need a 1DX or something like that to get what I'm after. Alright, that's enough of me talking about my diary and everything. My documentary is now in motion. Yes, I can hear. I've been talking about it for years, but I now have over 3 terabytes of hard drive space taken up with just footage. I have enough information, and I've done enough studying to be able to make this documentary. The documentary will be in 3 parts, a series. That's what I've been advised to do by experts. Television companies these days, that's what they want. They don't want a one-off, just one documentary on something. They want a series. So it'll be about the reserve itself, but the main part will be about the Agile. It'll take me probably a couple of years. I want this documentary to be perfect. I have waited my whole life to be able to make a documentary, so it's got to go out the door absolutely perfect. At the minute, planning, getting everything into motion. I'm looking at someone coming to do a dramatic flyover with a drone just be an amazing effect, I think. Great start to the documentary. I also need someone to do some music for me. Something that would be instantly, if you heard it, you would say, that's a Derek Hilton documentary. Better go and watch it. Yeah, so something that really fits into the documentary perfect, and be a little bit of me in there as well. Right, so that's enough of talking about the documentary and the Agile. It's been an amazing adventure, and it will continue. Now my adventures will continue, still keep doing stuff for YouTube, keep practicing, speaking to the camera, improve myself in a lot of areas there. I'm going to Tasmania on the 17th of March, which is very soon. Be travelling all the way around, driving myself all the way around in a high top van. That'll be a new experience for me. I'll make a little ditty for YouTube on it and talk about probably landscape photography more than anything. Have a bit of fun with it. It's not something I get the opportunity to do very often. In the forest is my normal environment, but don't mind doing a little bit of landscape photography and some other stuff. It'll be fun, and it'll be done with a twist, and that twist will be announced when I've done a video. You'll see what I've been up to. Alright, that's enough of me carrying on, waffling on. If you'd like to subscribe and get notification about anything else that I'm going to do, like that Tassie trip, click on my icon down below and just here, and you'll get notification whenever I do anything else. And if you want to go and have a look at all the things I've already done over the years, click on my icon down below, take you to my channel. There's over 50 different videos to choose from. Some of them good, some of them bad, but hey, it's all about practice for me. Now just remember, if you don't do, you don't get. So get out there and start photographing and filming wildlife. See ya. Always a heckler in the forest.